Hey guys, this is Amanda and Morgan, and today we are going to talk about the first half of Chapter 1, or the overview of ethics. What is ethics? It's a code of behavior that is defined by the group to which an individual belongs. Ethical behavior can generally conform to accepted norms, which can change over time. Ethics can help group members understand their roles and responsibilities so they can achieve mutual benefits by working together. So, what are morals? They are the personal principles which someone can base their decisions about what is right and wrong. Morals are core beliefs that are created and adhered to by an individual. Individuals can develop habits that make it more simple to decide what is good and bad. There are two kinds of habits people can develop. The first is a virtue, which is a good habit, and the second is a vice, which is a habit of bad or unacceptable behavior. Ethics and morals can go hand in hand like the circle chart shows. First, there is a core belief set in stone. Then, individual decisions within this core group idea can branch off based on what is right versus wrong in their eyes. It connects itself to the group code of ethics that everyone should follow. The connection between a group and their code of ethics come from the characteristics such as religions, beliefs, gender, virtues, the culture, or even personal life experiences. Sometimes, ethics and morals can conflict. The following examples describe tough situations where a person will have to make a decision. The first example deals with illegal immigrants. In this situation, let's say we have an undocumented, suicidal individual. He goes to a public counseling clinic and seeks help because he is severely depressed. The therapist knows he is depressed and now faces a tough decision. She can either provide the help and lose her job, or turn him away and risk the chance of that patient taking his life. Both options have losses involved and challenge her morals and what she believes is the right thing to do. The second example deals with the hard situation an attorney could be faced with. Being a defense attorney is a tough job, especially when they know the client is guilty of committing the most heinous and awful crime they could. However, being a defense attorney is their job, so even if the situation conflicts with their morals and what they think is right, they still have to do their job and defend the individual. The last example is a situation that can arise in the medical field. If a patient is near death, he may plead to be euthanized because the pain is too much to handle. However, it is unethical for a doctor to euthanize a patient at their request, even though the doctor may believe that the person should hold that right. Now that we have discussed what ethics and morals are, we can go over in comparison between ethics, morals, and the law and give some examples. A moral is a personal principle an individual uses to decide what is right and what is wrong. For example, someone choosing to always tell the truth is immoral for themselves. Ethics is the code of behavior that is defined in a group of people where individual people in that group choose their own actions, such as respecting others' property in that group. The law is a system of rules made by institutions that tell an individual what they can and cannot do, just like drinking and driving. That's a no-no. There are 4 categories an individual's behavior can fall into: ethical and illegal, ethical and legal, unethical and illegal, and unethical and legal. If someone is behaving in an ethical and illegal way, they could be driving over the speed limit. If they're acting in an ethical and legal way, they're killing enemies for the government and the army. If they're acting in an unethical and illegal way, they have possession of drugs or illegal firearms. And if they're acting unethical and legal, they could be lying on a resume to get some kind of job offer. Moving forward with ethics in the business world, a CSR exists. CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. It is known as the self-regulating business model that helps companies be socially accountable for any actions within their company. It's usually practiced by shareholders, employees, managers, and everyone in between. On the right-hand side, the pie chart displays percentages of employees from no particular company that go against the ethics policies. CSR is created to make the numbers decrease and make sure that all employees treat everyone and everything in the business as equal as possible. Ethics can be abused in the business world more than we know. Below are 5 of the most common ways it is abused. The first is misusing company time and violating internet policies. This can include making private phone calls or browsing Facebook while you are supposed to be working. The second way is by displaying abusive behavior. Sometimes superiors will raise their voices at their employees, which is definitely unethical. Another way ethics is abused is from superiors lying to their employees. This can include talk of annual bonuses or advancement opportunities without following through. Businesses can also show discrimination towards employees and treat them differently based on their race, religion, or gender. The last example deals with superiors setting unrealistic goals for their employees when they have no idea how much work and time it will actually take to complete them.
So why is CSR important? Corporate social responsibility is important for many reasons in the business world. It helps the community trust the business that is near them. It fosters good business within the company overall. It protects any employees from legal actions that could be taken, and it helps avoid negative issues coming to the company to drag it down. To help support CSR, for companies to make sure they know it's important, and to help reduce unethical behavior, create a well-implemented program for your company. Make sure that you follow some rules instead of going in blindly. Then, hold a strong ethical culture every single day. Also, allow your employees to avoid misconduct altogether. Then, every single day, also observe any type of misconduct that you could see. Make sure everyone in your workplace knows that they can come to you or HR or any other kind of representative to report any unethical behavior that they find. And then reduce all the unethical behavior for the future and have a better workplace. Maybe high-five some of your employees.
To conclude, ethics is known as a code of behavior defined by the group to which one belongs, while morals are personal principles upon which an individual bases decisions about what is right and wrong. A code of ethics will state the principles and core values essential to one's work. An activity may be legal, but still not be ethical, and this is where morals and ethics can conflict. Ethics are abused in the business world more often than we think.
Morals, ethics, and the law are different from one another and come with different individual decisions and consequences. People's behaviors fall into ethical, unethical, legal, or illegal categories based on the severity of their actions. Corporate social responsibility exists so companies can control the well-being of their business, their workers, and the community around it. Practicing good ethics reaps the benefits in the long run.